Final Fantasy XVI is officially an action game, and some longtime fans of the series aren't happy about it. Final Fantasy helped define the RPG genre, and many players still associate it with the gameplay mechanics it popularized, including turn-based combat. However, for the developers at Square Enix, Final Fantasy is much more than its history. It's also an innovative series that constantly pushes the RPG genre forward. In Square Enix's attempt to redefine the series for the next generation and restore it to its glory for a modern audience, Final Fantasy XVI's dramatic departure into action may be a necessary one. Still, despite the change, Final Fantasy's history and loyal fan base haven't been dismissed by Square Enix. FFXVI comes with some quality-of-life aspects to accommodate players who may not be willing or able to make the change to faster-paced combat, but who still want to experience the deep narrative and beautiful visuals of the next Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy has revolutionized the RPG genre numerous times over the years, and it didn't make that impact by sticking to a regular formula. Final Fantasy VII is the classic game that it is because of how it strayed from the norms that many RPGs blindly followed before it. Similarly, Final Fantasy XVI is once again trying to push the boundaries of what can be considered an RPG. Departures from the norm aren't new for Final Fantasy, especially considering that the franchise established many JRPG norms to begin with. During a Q&A with YouTuber SkillUp, Naoki Yoshida clarified this position further by explaining why even the JRPG tag shouldn't apply to Final Fantasy games. When many Japanese game developers first heard the term JRPG, it was seen as a discriminatory term. That's why, according to Yoshida, when we create games, we don't go into them thinking we are creating JRPGs, we are just creating RPGs. In this way, FF's development team has remained beyond the confines of a genre formula, instead choosing only to make great games without limitations. While many fans have expressed concern over the switch from turn-based combat to real-time action, Naoki Yoshida attempted to quell some fans' concerns at PAX East 2023 by revealing how casual players could offset the game's fast-paced action. In FFXVI, players are able to equip special items called timely accessories. These items make combat exceedingly easier to navigate, even for players who aren't familiar with action games. For example, equipping the Ring of Timely Strikes gives players the ability to execute combos by only pressing one button. Similarly, equipping the Ring of Timely Focus slows down an opponent's attacks and gives the player more time to respond to prompted dodges. These items are intended to allow for the more relaxed combat style that players associate with turn-based RPGs while still retaining the core of what is new and innovative about FFXVI. Despite the changes, Final Fantasy XVI still appears to have the soul of a Final Fantasy game. The series' classic fire and blizzard spells remain present, as does the party dynamic as shown in Clive's accompaniment by both Jill and Torgal, who not only help him fight but can be commanded to heal him as well. Additionally, the franchise's beloved summons are back and receiving more attention in the story than ever before. Even the game's combat music, composed by Masayoshi Soken, is noticeably reminiscent of past iconic Final Fantasy soundtracks. Final Fantasy's shift away from turn-based battles didn't happen overnight. The franchise has clearly been making this transition slowly through the years, beginning with Final Fantasy XI and FFXVI, and now FFXVI makes that evolution complete. Even though this is a new game, the core of Final Fantasy is still present in the details. Players will still be casting fire, seeking assistance from summons, and healing up their party as they always did, just at a faster pace. So, what do you think about Final Fantasy XVI's shift to action? Are you excited to see what Square Enix has in store for us, or do you prefer the turn-based battles of the past? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Gaming Hub for more gaming news and updates. See you next time.